Today we are grooming a 13-year-old Bernese Mountain Dog mix that has not been groomed in a year because she has been refused by the groomers in her area. She is very arthritic and old and has a very difficult time standing. So today is going to be quite the difficult groom for me because I will have to groom her solely on the ground, but she is in desperate need of a groom as she is quite dirty and compacted, and we're hoping to get her nice and cleaned up and feeling better today. All right, so putting gloves on today, mostly because my hands have been very dry and this is going to be a long bath. So I don't want my hands to sit in soap the entire time. This heavy panting is a sign of nerves, but it's also just a sign of being in pain. You know, a lot of walking, getting in and out of the vehicle. I'm gonna give her a few treats because she really likes them. Come here. Yeah, you like the treats. Okay, Callie. When dogs get to this state, especially large dogs, a lot of groomers refuse to work on them simply because it's back-breaking because they can't stand up. I know. It's okay. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. She's obviously very, very dirty and really needs a good grooming. Hey, shh. You can't try to leave though, okay? You can't try to leave. And I really don't want you to stand up. Just lay down. Good girl. Good girl. It's okay, it's okay. Please don't try to shake. You don't need to shake. You don't need to shake the water off. If you try to shake, you're gonna hurt yourself. If you guys can see, the water is totally brown. Now, owners attempting to bathe this dog at home would be very difficult to get her in and out of a standard bathtub. So I don't blame them for not bathing her. I assume it would be very difficult. They also recently lost their Newfoundland dog they had to put down. And part of the reason why she hasn't been groomed in a year, other than the fact that they're having a hard time finding a groomer willing to take her, is that a lot of the times when you have a male dog and a female dog, and after you groom them, the male will hump the female. It happens a lot. Sometimes it even happens female to male. I've seen it so many times in my shop. And because the dog was old and arthritic, they didn't want him trying to hump her. They're both old and arthritic, because that would hurt the both of them. So they chose also not to get her groomed during the last little bit of his life because they didn't want him to strain himself or injure her trying to hump her. So that's also part of the reason why they went so long without bathing her, because they didn't want that to happen. I know. You are really dirty. Oh, you got a bump there? What do you got going on there? Some kind of a open mole. I know, it's a good girl, you're okay. So her groom's definitely not gonna turn out anywhere near perfect. I'll be honest with you, I don't know that I'm gonna bother trimming her paw pads or anything like that. I think really the most important thing is getting her clean and making sure she doesn't have any matting and trimming her overgrown nails. Now, if she lets me do her paw pads, I will, because it'll make it easier for her to walk without slipping. But I have to do whatever the dog is willing to deal with, because at this age, the last thing I want to do is stress her out. I know, you're so sad, you're so scared. Don't be scared, you're okay. You're okay, it's just a bath. And naturally, because she has to lay down for her groom, it will also be very difficult for me to get her properly cleaned. But I think the ultimate goal is that anything is better than the condition she came in. I know. Oh, no. I know, I know, I know. I know, I know, I know. I'm trying to do this quick. No, you're okay. Good girl. Good girl. It's not the end of the world. The water is totally filthy. I will have to give her a second bath for sure. It's a beautiful song, thank you. Lots of nasty critter today. Lots of de-shedding. Just a lot of everything, right? This is already mixed, diluted for me in here. This is going to be very difficult. Very, very difficult. I kind of just wish they would relax. Just lay down in the tub and let me just work on them. When they get stressed, it becomes a lot more difficult for the dog. Trying to get up every 2 seconds. She's going to be very sore after this. Hopefully she's only like this for the shower and she's not like this for the blow dryer, because if she is, I might have to stop the groom. So a dog like this becomes a liability for a groomer because she cannot stand, move, turn, and then she's trying to, and there's just very high risk of her seriously injuring herself. And then a lot of people will blame the groomer, like they must have done something wrong, they must have been rough with her. The fact of the matter is I'm not being rough with this dog at all. She just is very stressed and won't stop moving. And in that process, you can see the condition of her legs. She's having a lot of difficulty with mobility. I understand they want her to be clean and make sure that she's cared for physically, and I respect that. But if the dog is behaving like this, sometimes it just does more harm than good, and people just don't realize that. So what we're gonna do is finish her bath, rinse her down, and see how she behaves for the blow dryer. If she continues to move around like this and panic and freak out, I think I'll just put her in the crate to dry as much as possible, because it is freezing out today and I don't want to send her home soaked. And then I will call the owners to pick her up, because I have to make a decision based on the welfare of the animal, and if the animal is just this stressed out and at this high risk of injury, this is why groomers won't accept the dog. I'm not conditioning her because I just want her to get out of here as quickly as possible because of how stressed out she is. So no conditioner for her today. It's all right. It's all right. This is what I want her to do. Just lay here and let me do what I have to do without moving. When she's consistently moving, that's where the problem is, because she's slipping and sliding. Even if I put a sticky mat down, her mobility is so poor, she's still going to slip and slide. And that's where the problem comes in. This is not a problem. This we can work with. She might not come out perfectly clean or perfectly brushed or perfectly dried, because it's going to be hard to move her when she's laying down, but it's better than going home injured. Good girl. Good girl. I think a lot of people forget that the owners watch these videos and they read your comments. And if you don't know the situation, you don't know the person or anything, it can be really difficult to judge what you believe is right or wrong in this situation. I feel like a lot of people are going to comment saying that this dog should be put down because she has a poor quality of life. And again, it's important to remember that you can't make that decision for somebody else and their dog. you don't know what this dog is like at home, or you know how happy she is, or how much she enjoys her family's company, or whatever the case may be. So if you have those opinions, it would be best if you just kept them to yourself, because again, the owners read the comments, and sometimes it can be devastating. A lot of times owners will contact me really upset about the comments, and I obviously have little to no control over what people say. So just a reminder to be respectful and to keep your comments kind. I am going to towel dry her, and then I'm going to take her out of the shower. I'm gonna put some towels on the ground and hope that she lays where the towels are, and hopefully she will let me high velocity dry her on the floor. My camera is dying and I don't want to waste time putting in a new battery and setting it all up again so that you guys can watch the towel dry, because she really needs to get out of this shower. So I'm going to shut off the camera for now. I'm going to give her a little bit of a break before I start her blow dry. Okay, now that she is out of the shower, I'm going to put a happy hoodie on her. Hey, Callie. Hopefully she just stays right here the whole time I dry her, right? Doing her paws is probably not going to really happen today, just because I have to manipulate them in order to be able to shave them. Her back ones will probably be fine, but trying to maneuver her front legs might be just too painful for her. So we will see. No, don't get up, don't get up, don't get up. No. So Callie does have some matting, but I can't roll her over. And obviously she is not completely dry because I couldn't roll her over to do her belly, and the blanket that she is laying on is wet. So just a reminder that we're doing the best that we can up to the ability that she can take it, basically. Since she is not naturally rolling over, that is clearly not a comfortable position for her. So I'm gonna do what I can with her like this. And if that means she goes home with some matting on her belly, or she is not completely dry on her belly, it is what it is. So I'm just shaving out some matting. She actually is in very good shape and has minimal matting, fortunately for her. She was barely even shedding. So they take really good care of her. She was just very, very dirty. She really needed that bath. For a dog that hasn't been groomed in a year, her coat is in phenomenal condition. Good girl. Good girl, it's okay. I'm trying to be quick. Really, the worst of her coat condition is her tail. Her tail has quite a bit of mats. So I will try to get through that if she lets me. I just had to get through your tail. It was a bit of a mess. Okay, that's done. Now, this side is the side that she refuses to kind of give me at all. So if there is any matting under here, I unfortunately can't get to it to shave it out. So hopefully, if there is, it's not bad. Again, she seems to be in pretty good shape. I don't even know how I'm going to walk her out the door to go home because she can't stand up anymore. Poor dog. Okay, so I'm gonna explain to you guys why I'm not doing her paws or her nails. I'm gonna check these, see how long they are. Okay, so the reason why I'm not doing her paws is because in order to do them, I have to turn her legs like this way so I can get in there. Especially this one is really, really bad. She has really bad arthritis in this leg. I don't want to manipulate her paws like that, although it would be ideal because it would prevent a lot of slipping on surfaces. I'm just nervous about lifting her leg. I can try to do it this way. You see how she already went to go lick it? She's licking it because it hurts. So I'm not going to bother. I can do, for example, that one leg back there because it's pointing out for me nice and easily, but I will try to do a little bit of her nails if she'll let me, and that's it. The goal today was just to get you clean, right? Clean and make sure you don't have any matting and your coat's in really good shape. So this paw, for example, I have easy access to. I don't really have to manipulate her much in order to shave it, so it's easier. These nails are not very long. See, even there, she doesn't like it. Just want to make sure that your nails are not going to grow into your paw pads, okay? This paw, the way that she walks on it, she kind of grinds her nails down naturally. Okay, and I can't get to her other leg on this side because it's underneath her. Oh, wait, I found it. I thought it was further underneath you. Okay, girl, I'm gonna give you some sugar cookie cologne. There you go. You did good, poor thing. So this here is what you call a comfort groom. I'm grooming her based on what she needs. She was very dirty, so she's clean. I got rid of some of her matting, brushed out her matted tail. I was able to clip the majority of her nails and shave her 2 back paws, which will hopefully help her with her mobility. But this is not a groom that was done for beauty. This was not a groom that was done for perfection. This was a groom that was done for a dog's end of life to hopefully keep them comfortable until their final days. I know this is sad, but we all get old, right? Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm not gonna bring her outside to walk around because she can't really walk, but I appreciate you tuning in for today's senior dog groom, and I will see you again in a few days.